everyone. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Anthony Toma, your host. We're here with Marten Brikho. Marten spelled with an E, believe it or not. He is with the Chaldean American Social Service Advocates. That's a mouthful.
Sure.
And we're going to have you break it down and explain exactly what it is and what it does.
Okay. Well, Chaldeans always have a long name. You know, Brikho, Qas Flan.
Qas Shamaun.
Or Flan.
That's mine.
Qas Shamaun. Ethan Toma, Ethan.
Qas everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So, or Qasha. How about that? Is Qasha Shamaun?
Qasha Shamaun. We used to have a Qasha.
There you go. So, even better.
Yeah.
So, this organization was created last year after many years of thinking. I've been doing insurance for almost 20 years. This year will be my 20th.
What type of insurance?
I do mostly health insurance and life insurance.
Okay.
And I am also licensed to do commercial, auto, home, and things like that.
Awesome.
So I don't step on anybody's toes. So if Anthony is your car insurance guy or your liquor liability guy, I'm not going to go, hey, can I help you with that? If you don't like Anthony, then yeah, I could help you. But more likely...
But who doesn't like me, though? Let's be real, bro.
Look at your sweater.
Let's be real.
I mean, the sweater costs more than your rent, which is
it's
GQ.
old, though. It's old. It's an old
It's still
sweater.
valuable, though.
I'm glad I still fit in it.
Is it insured, by the way?
It could be, yes. It should be.
There you go. So, so that's basically what I got into. And 10 years into the business, my clients aged in, and they're like, "Hey, Marten, I got the Medicare now." Great. Now there's more certification I got to do.
Yeah.
So now, instead of doing it just for Marten or Anthony, I decided to basically say, "Hey, look, if you have any need help with Medicare as far as picking a plan or enrolling into a plan, I could help you with that." So they might say, "I want to go with, Anthony Care or Marten Care or whatever care." And I purposely don't mention any names because they're all great and they're all bad in their own ways, depending on what our needs are.
Right.
What's good for Anthony, bad for me.
Yeah.
So I got into that. And then I had some clients who called me and said, "Hey, listen, I'm turning 65 and I need to apply for Medicare." "Well, you need to go to Social Security." No. I want to get Medicare, not Social Security. "Well, you have to go to Medicare, Social Security to get Medicare." And I'm like, you know what?
What do you mean you have to go to Social Security? Like you have to enroll into the Social Security program or
Social Security Administration is who takes the applications. Medicare, the agency Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, does not have an agency it does not have an office. Think of it as like an FBI office. There is no FBI office. There's the Department of Justice, or
I got you.
No Department of Justice office. There's an FBI office. Where's the Department of Justice? It's in the FBI office.
Yeah.
Well, so it makes no sense to us. So you go to Social Security, you go and you do the application, and then you get your Medicare Part A, and then you have to pay for Part B. And then there's some...
What's the difference between Part A and Part B?
Well,
or the benefits?
I think it's not that much. It's between two letters.
Yeah. There's nothing actually between A and B.
No. Just A and B. I mean, you have plans right now.
Gotcha.
But really, Medicare Part A is hospitalization, inpatient. You got admitted, you had blood work there, you had whatever there, all inpatient, it's covered. Outpatient is B. So like Dr. Toma, Dr. Brikho, Dr. whatever, or urgent care this, or anything like that, all of that is covered on your B. And there's D. Wait, you skipped C already?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
So A, B, and then you have D, which is medication. C is basically the 20% of A and B. And then you have the D as well, covered with a C.
There should be a service that helps everybody go through this process.
Well, there is.
There is. What do you call it?
It's called going to the Social Security office and asking them for a social worker to help you there.
Right, but isn't there a Chaldean American social service advocates?
That's why we're here.
Okay, all right, excellent.
So these guys came
This is
here.
some complicated stuff, man.
I'm telling you, right? So we came here and created this organization, and I say we because I actually had someone help me basically bring up this thing to the social media and things like that, and she's even the one that brought me here too. So
do you want to mention her name?
Yeah, her name is Zena, and Zena rocks. So,
Zena rocks?
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Oh, she'd rather not me say that right now.
Zena rocks. Okay.
Yeah. Well, she's a rock star. She's helping us out.
Well, thank you, Zena, for exposing the Keeping Up with the Chaldeans audience to this fine gentleman.
There you go.
And his fine service.
Thank you. So I did that, and what our job is to help people apply for Medicare.
Okay.
So on the way, before I got here at 9:30, I actually met with a gentleman. I went online. We did his application for Medicare through the Social Security. We helped him out with it. Then he's going to get his Medicare card. He's going to call me back and say, now I have this. It doesn't cover everything that I need. What else do I do? Next step is to do this. So we help them throughout the whole process.
So you get them covered as much coverage as they need.
Right.
And there's
also help them with answering their questions. And we're very, very expensive. We charge way more than Starbucks coffee. I think it's zero.
Zero, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's amazing, man. Yeah. It really is. It's incredible.
Yeah. So this is why we do this, and we're here to serve the community. And
yeah,
I have this belief. My faith teaches me that you're here to serve.
Yeah, no question.
So when you need help, I help you. When I need help, you help me. So yeah. I'm here to help the community out.
That's very, very good of you. Can you kind of explain in Surath a little bit about what you do and the service that you offer? Surath or Arabi, whatever you prefer.
Like بحكي Surath, أحكي Arabi.
Okay.
So basically, الشغل اللي دخله بجاود دجالية خدمته اللي دخله إلى عينخ ناشئ تقدم معاملات الميديكير دخل شغلته الميديكير ايكب شغلته ميكب شغلته الميديكير وهمنا من دان ديك كاود لكبر ميديكير ميلا مليلا كل شرحه إلى طلاقه سواء إلى بسورة أو إلى تحشون عربي فكل هذه كودخلة طلاقه تجاليتنا ببلاش لكن شغله شو من ناخو وإيوخ هدف ديا هاو وسيط طلاقه حكومة مع حكومة دولخو خدمات كولخو برامج هدف ديا كمنظمة Chaldean American Social Service Advocate بالعربي قرأ على خدمات اجتماعية أو كلمة advocate إلى دعاء فيخ بيولد دعم تجارية خدمات اجتماعية.
Throw out a phone number real quick, just so.
Phone number, it's 248-764-8436. At this point, we're using, you can contact me, you can call me, text me, email me at Chaldean American Social Service at Gmail.
Okay.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned some social media platforms,
sure.
Right? So what are those, and what can people benefit from following and subscribing to these channels?
Well, every Wednesday night, it used to be Tuesday, but I had to make some changes for personal time. So Wednesday nights, I go on Radio Huna and other
Radio
Huna, which is HUNA. Huna means now, or I believe either now or here. And what it does is we go on the radio at 102.3 at 10:15 p.m. We talk about healthcare, Medicare, Obamacare, as people call it, and Affordable Care Act, Biden Care, or whatever the heck they call it nowadays.
Okay.
It's basically talk about health insurance and Medicare and how to qualify. And we also talk about, we post it on social media like Facebook. We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram, and, we're trying to spread the message out to the community that we are here to help.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what if somebody comes and he tells me he's African American, or he's Polish, or he's German, or he's whatever? We'll serve you anyway. It doesn't matter. But our focus is our people, but it doesn't mean that we're limited to just them.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to be open to everyone, because Medicare, even those that are born here and they're like 65 years old and they've been here all their life, even me and Anthony, he doesn't even know what Medicare is. He thought it was like a tax credit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was looking for a tax credit.
Yeah. So, but we don't know what it is. You don't know how to apply for it.
I wouldn't have had any idea whatsoever.
Well, now you can call Chaldean American Social Service Advocates.
There you go. So is that how it works?
Yeah.
It's a phone call away.
You could give us a phone call, and sometimes you can text and say, hey, this is Martin, this is Anthony. I need help applying for my mom or my dad or myself or whatever. A lot of us have our children do the applications for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to do it alone. We can do it for you.
Right. You can help them out.
Yeah.
So, is there an application? Is there, and I know there's an application that you're looking. I'm more concerned about how people get a hold of you besides just your phone number, because isn't that overwhelming to you?
We have
or maybe
an
the
office.
Timing might be wrong.
Sure. There's an office I have at 13 in Greenfield.
Okay.
15590 West 13 Mile Road. It's literally on 13 in Greenfield, right across the gas station on 7, which is across from the 7-Eleven there. There's like a Beaumont doctor's office at the first entrance, and my office is inside the other entrance, the suite number.
13 in Greenfield?
Yes.
So there's a KFC there too?
I'm right next to KFC.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So when you leave out of my office,
Yeah.
go out there, grab you a KFC. And
What's
go home.
next door to KFC?
There's a Subway, I believe.
Subway, yeah.
Tubby's.
I think it's Tubby's. Yeah.
So it's there. And then we also have an office on the east side at 15 in DeQuinder. That one is right in the same plaza of Cave Cafe or Matuk Bakery.
Okay.
So we try to be fair with east and west.
And so how do you man these offices? Man or woman these offices?
Right now it's by appointments.
Okay.
Because again, I do most of the applications, and I have a couple of girls working behind the scenes. So
Okay.
I get the files, I get everything, and that's okay. You know what, Anthony, here, submit this application, or Zena, or so. And we will eventually need social workers. So if you know anyone that's looking for work as social workers.
And so you mentioned that this was a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
So how does that work? What can the community do to help? Where does the money go? How can individuals benefit from this service?
Well, being a nonprofit organization like any other nonprofit, we are a 501c status, meaning if you donate to us, you can deduct it from your taxes on your tax returns. So you can donate to the organization. You could by supporting us, and those donations are going to be used to pay for the staff that actually help with these applications.
Okay.
Right now, what I've done is I'm collecting donations from carriers, from my contacts, whether it's insurance companies or big companies or coffee companies or whatever other companies, and then also I'm donating from my time as well, my money as well, where to get it started, because our community needs help. So
no question. How do people do that? How do people donate? Is it just reaching out to you, or
we're going to be putting something on our platforms, on our Facebook and Instagrams and whatnot, where they can pay by credit card or whatever else. through our credit card carriers, and we should be getting that in very soon. Just go follow us on our website, our social medias at Chaldean American Social Service Advocates, and you'll see us posting things. Follow us, like us, love us, share us, and,
all of the above.
Yeah, because sometimes you might not need it right now, but you find out you have a mom or grandma or
Somebody,
uncle that needs it. So,
that's cool.
So
so what other services besides that do you want to kind of promote? Because you do offer other services in your real life.
Right. Well, my
your
real
professional life.
My real life, really, I do professionally as insurance, and I'm a big advocate on life insurance.
Okay.
And I, especially our younger generation, I believe in buying life insurance and putting my money in life insurance because I love it when something is tax deferred.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when it's compounded first, the interest. I love it when it's deferred on the taxes later.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it when I have access to it tax-free. Now you sound like an accountant. I know, right? So all of these things are accessible to me, and then my money is growing for me. And I'm sitting here right now making 6%.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I'm not, my money is working for me, and I'm also insured. I'm also protected if something happens.
Yeah.
I have a wife, I have a kid, I have a family, I have this, I have that. You have a business, you want to thrive. So I like to educate people on using life insurance as a way to fund for capital.
Right.
Unpack
that though for the general population. So I didn't really know much about this either. I got an opportunity to kind of learn about it and learn the difference between different life insurance. So why don't you kind of lay it out so that people can understand the options that they have,
Sure.
the type of insurance that they have available to them, and then why someone would choose one over the other, and then the benefits of like explaining how you use your own money, and then actually have some coverage.
Well, there's term life insurance. Life insurance is like a house.
Yep.
I rented a house. My landlord is Anthony, and I'm paying him $1,000 a month in rent, and I'm living there. And when I leave the house after 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it is, Anthony still keeps the house. He probably bought the house at $100,000, and now it's worth $300,000 with the way equity is, right? So it's all his. And I paid him $1,000 a month, and all that $1,000 went into his pocket. I didn't get anything out of it. But the only thing I was worried about is if anything happens to me, I died, my family can be taken care of.
Yep.
That cost me like $50, $80, whatever. But the one I'm talking about where this one, it's my money. It's like I bought a house.
Yeah.
So I put money into it. It's earning the interest. It's compounding, and I have the protection. So I have the coverage, and then you also have these extra caveats on top.
Yeah.
So, where your money is growing, it's earning interest, it's working for you, all of that things. So that one, it's not about what does it cost me, it's about what do you want to pay. Well, I have this building, I'm collecting $5,000 a month in rent, so it's like extra cash right now. I'm not in need of that money. Can I put it there? Sure.
Yeah.
Put $5,000 a month in there. I can afford that. I can only pay like $100, $200 a month. I'm low income.
Yeah.
Start somewhere.
Right.
So it's more for letting the money grow for you, and you have access to it through a loan or a withdrawal or anything you want to do. It's like a savings account.
Yeah.
You want a savings account, or do you want to put it in life insurance? They both give us interest, but 6%, or do you want 0.6?
So how does the insurance company afford this
To make money.
to make money?
Insurance companies are conservatives.
Okay.
The word about Marten or Anthony dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Marten or Anthony dies right now, they got to pay $1 million.
Right.
Because they have $1 million policy. So what they do is they take that $100, $200 or $300 a month. They invest it in different things, like in government bonds or in treasury bonds or.
So they're paying out 6% to you.
Yeah, they're probably making 10, 20, 30%. We
Right.
don't know that.
Okay.
But they're paying you 5, 6%.
Gotcha.
So maybe they're paying 4%.
Yeah.
But they're paying the interest on that to you from the profits.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, they're going to leave some money to pay off those claims.
Gotcha.
So they're very, very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to invest in
Penny
big
stocks,
penny
or,
stocks
like that,
or even big companies. They're not going to invest in that.
yeah.
I know one company invested in Bitcoin, but they were very, very careful.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just okay, let's go to Bitcoin. No, hold on, time out. What's going on? Well, what has happened in the last, let's say, 2-3 years when Bitcoin came out?
Yeah.
Okay, how long? So they probably jumped off the ship after it jumped like 10 times, or they're not going to stick around with this.
Right.
So they want to be very, very careful. Maybe 1 or 2 companies did that. Not all of them did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Anthony Insurance went into Bitcoin. I'm not going to do it. So, but I'm like, I wish I did. But they invest their money very careful.
Right.
Where banks don't do that. They just invest in real estate, and then when the market tanks, they start going to the government saying, "Hey, bail us out."
Yeah.
And we've seen that before done.
So what else do you want to tell us about Chaldean American social service advocates?
Well, we're advocates of social services, and our job is to make sure we help you get whatever you're qualified from the government. Okay. Whatever the government qualifies you to get, you don't know how to get it, we'll help you get it.
Yeah.
Kind of like your accountant. His job, her job is to get you as much taxes paid or as less possible taxes paid.
Yeah.
It's their job to qualify you for a tax credit, a deduction, or can I write off a mileage, or do I write off the car payment? It's their job to tell you that. So our job is to help you guys get what you need. So we want to be helping you getting that. You don't have to go pay some guy or lady like Marten or Anthony, $500 or $100 to go apply for these benefits. We can do that for free for you.
So anybody that's 65 and up? 65
and up if you're retiring.
If you're retiring or you're already retired. Say you're 70 and you didn't know what to do or where to go.
There's a lot of them that have done that, where they didn't know they were supposed to get Medicare.
Right.
Or they've gotten Medicare and they forgot to get Part D, or they forgot to get Part B, or they forgot something.
So anyone over 65. So if I'm 64 right now,
before you're 65.
Okay, so how old is the youngest person that should contact you? And I'm not talking about something like a niece for an aunt or whatever. But but a niece could contact you for her aunt.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone out there with someone that's 64, 63, 64,
65. She's turning 65. He's turning 65.
Okay.
So I can get a phone call, say, hey, like this morning, I just met with someone and they're turning 65 in April. So they have to be within 3 months before they're turning 65. Now, I missed that deadline.
Okay.
Well, you have 3 months after your birthday. So my birthday was April 1st or
whatever.
15.
Yeah.
It's always the first of the month, of the month you're born. So before you hit that month, you have 3 months, January, February, March in this case.
What if you don't?
If you missed it, now you're 65.
I'm 70.
You're 70. Well, you have to apply for it anyway. Now we can.
You can apply.
You can apply, but they're going to penalize you for being late.
What's the penalty?
It's just 10% for each year that you're late.
What does that mean?
So if the premium is $160 for Part B,
yeah, you're going to pay an extra.
And you're 10 years late. You're 75 now. Now instead of paying $160 like Marten and Anthony, you're paying $320 every month.
So if I'm 65 and I pay $160,
sure,
and then I turn 10 years later, I'm going to be paying $320. You just stay with that 60. If you
did it
follow,
on time,
if you do it on time, you're
you're
locked.
paying the regular premium.
Okay.
Whatever they charge for Part B, Part D, or whatever.
And that fluctuates, changes every year to year.
So you brought fluctuation. That's fun. So usually it was like 134 one year, 138, 142, 148. So last year it jumped from 148 to 170 because of COVID, supposedly. Everything's because of COVID. I'm here because of COVID. So, you know, but what then this year they're like, oh, well, we miscalculated it. We're going to reduce it by $6. Okay. So now it's 164. That number is irrelevant.
Yeah, right.
Whatever it is at that
Whatever
time.
it is, it is.
It's a variation. Whatever it is at that time.
Gotcha.
Everybody pays that. But then there's some that call for extra help where the Medicaid state pays for it. That we also help you for.
So Medicaid is a
So what's Medicare?
government subsidizing you for your health care, or what is that?
There's two different things. Medicare is care بالعربي وبالصورة قارخ Medicare رعاية and Medicaid معاونة. So Medicare, you're old, I take care of you, Medicare. Medicare.
Okay.
Medicaid, you're broke.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
you're low income.
Yeah.
You get to, I'll help you out.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
think of it as like
aid and care. Yeah, gotcha.
So, and there's some that get both.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm old and broke. Well, I'll help you out.
See that?
Yeah. And we say broke, but here's the thing, it's not broke.
Yeah.
It's once, like if you are single making less than 17,000 something. Why something? Well, because it's not an even number.
Right.
So if
Gotcha.
you meet that, you're okay.
Understandable.
So,
well, I think I have a very good understanding of what you do, how you do it, the benefits that you offer all of these individuals, being Chaldean or any other ethnicity or race or creed or color or culture.
It doesn't matter what you are.
You're doing a great thing for a lot of people that need the service.
Sure.
I commend you for that. We usually close out each episode with a final question, and that question is, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
What does it mean for me to be Chaldean? Well, being that I came here when I was 7 years old, Chaldean, I have history.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the American Indian.
Yeah.
I'm 5,000 years old, if not older. I'm way before Christ.
Yeah.
My language is his language.
Yep.
I have, I'm very, very, I have all this nature in my life where everything around me is Chaldean. I have, a very, very valuable thing where you cannot even put anything onto it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trade it in. So being Chaldean, I use it all the time at work. When I meet with the company reps, I'll be like, hey, Anthony from ABC Insurance, I'm here, I'm Chaldean. I need you to help me with the Chaldean community. I love that because we're rich, but our richness is not in money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in I have 1 million properties or this. I have, I'm Chaldean. I have a history. I have, just like when you say I'm European, what's so special about European? I'm German, I'm French, I'm Italian, I'm this. We have a lot of things in those countries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Chaldean. I don't have a country.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I like to say, I'm Arabic people. I'm Nebuchadnezzar people.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
What's Chaldean? It's everything.
Everything.
Adam and Eve is Chaldean too, I heard. Well, used to be.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for what you do for the community and people at large. And God's gonna bless you for that.
Oh, he's blessing me.
Thank you.
I mean, being here with all this green stuff, come on. This is a blessing as it is.
Thanks, brother.
So God bless all of us, and go from there.
Thank you. We're signing off. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hopefully you learned something. Bye and good luck.